We may excuse the witness at the moment, Mr. President, and I am about to move for adjournment, but before that, there are certain important matters that I have to take up with the court.
Witness discharged. In the meantime, subject to recall.
Thank you, Mr. President. On February 9, 2012, the presiding officer issued subpoena ad testificandum et duces tecum to the clerk of court and the deputy clerk of court of the Supreme Court, directing them to bring a record or logbook of the raffle committee showing the assignment of the FASAP case and the letters of attorney Estelito Mendoza addressed to the clerk of court dated September 13, 16, 20, and 22. Also in connection with the FASAP case. On the same date, another subpoena duces tecum was also issued by the presiding officer directing the clerk of court of the Supreme Court and bank to bring various Supreme Court records in connection with the case of former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo in GR number 199034, GMA-TRO petition, and the case of former First Gentleman Jose Miguel Arroyo in GR number 199046, Mike Arroyo TRO petition. These subpoenae were delivered and received by the Supreme Court on February 10, 2012. Now, Mr. President, on February 15, 2012, the clerk of the Senate, sitting as an impeachment court, received a copy of a resolution of the Supreme Court dated 14 February 2012, which dealt with matters which are subject of the subpoenas issued by the impeachment court. In relation to the first subpoena ad testificandum et duces tecum, all items requested from items 2 to 5 were approved for release to the impeachment court, except for one item on the records or logbook of the raffle committee showing the assignment of the FASAP case. In relation to the subpoena duces tecum, the Supreme Court directed the clerk of court to provide the impeachment court only with the documents they deemed not confidential. Excluded in the list and deemed confidential were items 4, 5, 8, 9, 11, 12, and 15 of our subpoena. Now, Mr. President, to allow our colleagues time to go over the resolution of the Supreme Court dated February 14, 2012, I move that the matter be taken up in our caucus on Monday, February 20, 2012 at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Is there any objection? There being none, the resolution of the Supreme Court dated February 14, 2012 on the subpoenas issued by the impeachment court shall be considered by this court in our caucus scheduled on Monday, February 20, 2012.
Mr. President, sometime at noon yesterday, February 15, 2012, our clerk of court received 2 notices of parties' oral depositions and depositions duces tecum. This morning, February 16, 2012, Chief Justice Corona, through counsel, filed a motion to disallow the oral depositions and depositions duces tecum. Move that the presiding officer rule on the motion.
May I know from the prosecution what is the basis of your request for a deposition? Because there are requirements or conditions provided for in the rules of court as a basis for a deposition or interrogatories.
Your Honor, may I request that Congressman Culminares be recognized?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. We consider the position of the 2 notaries public, Your Honor, only because there was an agreement or at least a instruction on the part of the impeachment court also that as much as possible hindi po pahabain ang aming mga witnesses. Ngayon po, may notaryo lang po doon sa SPA ni Ginang Arroyo, doon na sinabit sa Supreme Court. So, at part ng preparasyon po namin, deposition lang po muna. Kasi kung meron man, simple lang naman po ang gusto naming malaman, totoo nga bang nag-notaryo si
Hindi
Ginang?
ba mas simple kung dalhin din nyo rito at tanungin sila para matanong sila ng depensa?
Actually po,
Akala ko ba ang gusto natin ibunyag lahat ng pangyayari sa madla? Transparency ang palagi kong naririnig sa inyo.
tama po kayo po.
Ito, pag pinayagan ko ito para baga may tinatago.
Tama
Kung
po kayo.
hindi man, kung walang sakit, yung tao na gusto nyong tanungin at pagawin ng affidavit o kaya nandito naman siya sa bansa at masusubpi na, ay dapat humarap siya rito. Hindi ko papayagan.
Your Honor, please, if I may, Your Honor. We would like lang, Your Honor, kasi pwede naman namin siyang isubpina. Ang tanong lang po sa kanya simple, anong oras anong oras nagnotaryo si Ginang Arroyo? Ngayon, kung simple naman po ang sagot niya, hindi na siya kailangan mag-testify po dito para umiksi ang witness natin. Ngayon po, pwede naman siya, witness namin siya, pwede naman kami po ang mag-interview sa kanya, gawa ng affidavit, pero inopen pa po nga namin sa deposition para naman ang prosecution. Kung nandun sila present mismo sa deposition, instead na kami lang nag-i-interview, at kung mag-agree na sila doon sa dinipose ng attorney na yon, baka mag-stipulate na lang po kami.
Motion is denied. This court wants
So we will submit the witness,
This
Your
court
Honor.
wants to hear the witnesses.
The prosecution wishes to be recognized.
The prosecution...
Your Honor, in connection with that manifestation from Honorable Senator from Ilocos Norte regarding Congressman Jorge Banal of the 3rd District of Quezon City. Your Honor, he is here inside the session hall and he wishes to explain. Because his name was mentioned by one of the witnesses, he is here to explain.
What is the pleasure of the Senate as an impeachment court?
Majority of the members of the court think that it is too late in the day, Mr. President. We can... Hello. We have a 1-minute suspension, Mr. President.
Session suspended.
Kung papayagan nila ngayon magsalita itong si Congressman Bolet Banal o sa Lunes na dahil medyo late na nga ayon kay Senate Majority Floor Leader Tito Soto.
May dalawang nagsalita kanina, si Senator Bongbong Marcos, sabi maimbitahan, pero nagsabi naman si Senator Arroyo na mas maganda po mabigyan ng pagkakataon nito si Congressman Banal na maghanda ng kanyang isasagot. Pero mukhang willing siyang magpaliwanag ngayon. It's just a question of the lateness of the hour.
Matatandaan natin, Mark, na kaya ninais makaharap o maimbitahan nitong mga senator judges itong si Congressman Banal ay dahil nabanggit nga nitong witness na si Annabel Chongson na pumunta siya sa bangko at humingi ng tulong, dala-dala itong mga signature cards that appears to be that of Chief Justice Corona para verifikahin ang mga laman nito.
Siguro mabanggit lang po natin yung manifestation kanina ni Congressman Tupas na si Congressman Bolet Banal po ay ex officio member lamang, meaning by virtue of his position bilang Deputy Majority Floor Leader, if I remember it right, siya po ay meron siyang automatic na seat or membership doon sa Justice Committee. Kaya po yun po ang, I think, ang layunin ng tanong kanina is kung ano ang kinalaman nito ni Congressman Banal sa nagaganap na impeachment or dun sa pag-initiate ng impeachment.
At makikita natin yung tumayo na yan po si Congressman Banal para dun sa mga hindi nakakakilala sa kanya. At nagsabi naman ng prosecution team na willing naman itong magsalita at linawin itong kanyang involvement dito sa nabanggit na instance na ito ng kanyang pagpunta sa PS Bank Katipunan Branch.
Si Congressman Banal po ay congressman po ng Quezon City at ito pong Katipunan Branch ng PS Bank ay napapaloob po doon sa kanyang syudad kung nasaan po siya, Congressman.
Mr. President, Representative Banal has volunteered to appear, and the majority of the members of the court would like to give him the opportunity to explain his side on what transpired earlier. Of course, as agreed upon, because of the lateness of the hour, we can restrain ourselves or refrain from asking questions. We can do that on Monday, but at least give the chance to a member of Congress to explain, because his name was mentioned.
Congressman Banal will please take the floor and explain.
Thank you. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Senate President. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Bolet Banal. Ako po ay representative po ng 3rd Distrito ng Lungsod, Quezon. Nabanggit po ni Miss Annabel Chongson na nagpunta po ako sa bangko nila. Totoo po yun. Ako po yung nagpunta ron nung Lunes po, January 31 yata. Dahil yung sumunod po na araw ay birthday ng anak ko, si Kiko. Anyway, pumunta lang po ako doon, kapangalan po. Pumunta po ako doon para humingi po ng tulong. Totoo po yung sinabi niya na nagbabaka sakali po ako dahil hindi ko po siya personally kilala. Siguro po once or twice at the most na nakita ko po siya sa mga community gatherings doon po sa bandang Xavierville po. So nagbabaka sakali po ako doon. Ako po ay may tinanggap po na legal size po na photocopied na papel na meron signature card po nung pong Lunes ng gabi. Ako po ay araw-araw nandito po sa Secretariat. Hindi po ako abogado, hindi po ako prosecutor, pero ang tungkulin ko po sa Secretariat ay admin finance. Araw-araw po ako nandoon. So nung gabi po na yon, nung Lunes po, pagkatapos po nung duty namin dito, medyo nagkayayaan po yung ibang mga Secretariat members. Siguro mga 4 po kami. Nag-unwind po kami dito sa Memoa. And when I got home, ang practice ko po, binababa ko na po yung driver ko sa EDSA kasi ang uwi niya po, bandang Congress pa. Mag-isa na lang po akong umuwi. At pagparado ko po, pagpasok ko po sa may driveway po namin, meron po kasing mga slots yung gate ko po. Meron po dong naka-fold po siya na papel po. Sa St. Ignatius po ako nakatira, pagitan po yun ng White Plains at Blue Ridge. So, kinabukasan po, di nakita ko na nga po, meron pong handwritten po yung 700K. Gusto ko pong i-verify po talaga. Totoo po ito, hindi ko po sinabihan po si Jun Bayan, ang aming impeachment manager. Kanina po magkatabi kami ron, humihingi po ako ng paumanin sa kanya. Hindi ko po talaga siya sinabihan. Kasi ang instruction po talaga sa amin sa team, pag meron pong anything, idadaan sa impeachment manager. Kung magko-comment ka sa media, idadaan sa spokesperson. At ako po, ayoko din po magsalita dahil po, sa totoo lang, kaya po ako nag-verify. Ayoko po magbigay po ng maling impormasyon doon sa mga kasama ko. Yun lang po talaga yung dahilan. So, totoo po yun, tinatakpan ko po nung pinakita ko po kay Miss Annabel Chongson na ang pinakita ko lang po yung, kasi po ang talagang fear ko noon, baka $700 lamang po yung ano yan. So, nung pong the next day, at nung, I was hoping po na baka, bago po ako umalis pala, baka hindi lang nasabi ni Miss Annabel, na nag-iwan pa ho ako ng business card ko. Nilagay ko po yung, sinulat ko pa ho yung cell number ko kasi po yung business card ko, office number lang po ang nakalagay. At ako po, I was hoping, pero she was, how should I put it? She was very firm, but she was very polite. Sinabi niya sa akin na talagang hindi. And I didn't also want her to do anything against her will. Ako nagbabaka sakali lang na baka may tumulong siya sa akin. Kasi totoo po yung sinabi niya, sinabi ko na meron ding ibang tumutulong sa amin. Meron din pong ganon. Kasi po, i-share ko na rin po ngayon, meron din po kaming na-receive po dati na banda rin po sa area na yun at meron po siyang shinare na 300